Actually, I think it was, she purchased something from me from my website, and then, emailed, and I started making the connection that, oh, she's the Australian person. Yes, yes. I've always wanted to help out somewhere in some kind of a nonprofit somewhere. So I had a dream. And then somehow it just came to me when I saw some, because I went on their site again and saw their beads, and they're very familiar. And I knew that Lindley had helped them out or with the design. And I thought, they need some updating with their designs. And then plus I knew they really didn't have a presence here in the US. And, I have a pretty strong following on Instagram, and I thought maybe they could bounce off of my reputation, my customer base. Anyway, I proposed it to Wendy, and she was, thrilled and excited. And then we just kept talking about it. And I kept thinking more and more. It was over a few months, what I could do, how I could do it. And then I proposed it to her and Kopila about Artful Home, the website, using that as a platform, and what I would need and what they could do. And then we had a Zoom, and they're such lovely people. They are. I just love them both. I've worked out some designs that I think are not difficult to reproduce, to do consistently, because I know that's one thing when you have a number of people working, you have to be able to teach them how to do something consistently. So this is going to be one of the necklaces.
Oh, that's lovely.
So it's mostly Skinner blends. Some of the women there, they've been doing it with polymer, working with polymer for what, 10 years, 12 years? They're using Kato now, because in the summer, it just gets so hot. All the other clays are too mushy. I've used Kato before, and I ordered some so I can tell them some color recipes. And I plan to be quite specific at the beginning, and then maybe they can, like this kind of a long skinny bead. I mean, they could use this with some of their millefiori in between and make a long necklace that you wrap around your neck 2 or 3 times. I mean, there are a lot of variations. Frankly, I think they feel like this dropped out of heaven. Here's a person who can not only teach them some things, but show them about marketing and, doing more posting on Instagram. And so anyway, I kind of had the whole plan all there. Do that first one, and then a week later, I'll want to see what they've done, and we'll talk about it again. A number of years ago, I had some earrings there, and it was amazing. I think I sold 200 pairs. They're $150 earrings, till it was like, okay, I can't do these earrings anymore. I'm done. It's too a production line for me. And also I'm trying to get in some other colors, because they sell a lot of black and white and red, or black and white, or black and white and gray. And so this is black and white and red, but I have the one on Instagram is another colorway.
Last year, they were going to come to the US, and we had a whole tour that we were planning for them to go around the US. Thanks to political climate, they couldn't get here. It was just, but now I think the pandemic may have flipped it. So now they can make something of that after all.
I had to get ready for a Zoom class from Clayathon. So that pushed me into, otherwise I may not have gotten used to this.
But isn't it strange?
I mean, it's working out so well. And I'm actually kind of retiring in terms of doing shows and all of that. And so I want to still be active, but this just is working out so well. It was fun designing something that I would want to buy from Artful Home. Yeah. People love to buy something cool that's really helping out someone else too.
Right. So when do you think you can get it to market?
Well, I'm hoping by the summer. They just need to send me 100 necklaces or something, and then we put them on Artful Home and I can send them out. But it's all the shipping these days, how long it takes, and
and will there be earrings to go along with this?
Well, that's what my intention is. And I designed a new earring wire that I'll teach them how to make, because that you can double the price of earrings if you have a good earring wire that is part of the design.
That's a good strategy. So they're not relying on just this one thing that you have, but they're also at the same time improving their other markets by just tweaking.
It's just a slightly different way of stringing, and but it's more contemporary way. I'm having such a good time getting connected with them too, with the women. What's interesting with this Zoom around the world is figuring out, okay, when do I have to teach it so that it's at a proper time in Nepal and a proper time in Australia, because Wendy wants to be in on it too.
Oh, sure.
And so we figured out that 10 o'clock my time is like 9:45. Why 9:45? I don't get that. Anyway, in Nepal, and 2 or 3 in the afternoon in Australia. Well, I stay up late at night. I'm a night owl, so 10 o'clock is no problem for me. When we had our Zoom, we were there for about an hour and it was fine. Actually, Wendy's went out in Australia. But not in Nepal. So
oh, that's so good to hear. So I'm just telling you, you've stepped into something really fine.
Really fine. Oh, wow. That's great.